Everything is labelled here, the charts, RCBO1, and it tells you exactly which offices. Everything's there. So all the trip switches are up. There's air conditioning. His timer for his sign is here, and this is the unit emergency lights, which will be tested monthly or quarterly, whatever system he has. And it's a 3-hour test which is on at the moment there, and he just keeps your finger on it and they click in. So all the emergency lights come on, 3 hours. He can leave it on test, they'll automatically switch off themselves when they're back, after 3 hours. They'll switch off and work away as normal and recharge themselves. So once he presses it, he doesn't have to touch it anymore. So other than that, it's just your lights and your sockets and your few units around the office area.
And just the time clock, you can set the time for different periods.
For whatever he wants for his outside sign. And there's an isolation switch at the far corner labelled for the sign.
Okay, that's over at
the door.
At the entry point.
Yeah, the far over door. And that's labelled as well.
Okay, mains isolator.
Mains isolator.
Turn off all the power
to the office. To the offices, yeah. So that's about. If you just need help, if there's an alarm, you can just pull that. So there's a unit at reception that goes off as well, so it can be silenced there. So whoever's at reception, if someone in on their own, they'll know to come down.
Okay. And then to reset.
And just to reset it, there, reset. It can be reset from reception as well. I suppose there's a program sheet in the manual anyway for program this. These will probably be just left 24/7. We set them up whatever times they want to come on at 7:30 and off at 7 at night. They're just extract fans in the kitchen and toilets. It's really up to himself what times he wants them to run at.
It's 7-day time clock, so at the moment we have them set to Monday to Friday to 1 from 8 to 6.
So your time clock here is one zone for all the heating.
That's for your rads, yeah. So radiators.
And there's about 3 different time periods, is there?
They can set it up now, whatever they want. Do you know what I mean? They can tell us and we can set it from or whatever time they want.
Yeah,
each rad has its own stat.
Yeah.
You can turn it up, and then here is it's on, just generally on. The boiler's on. If heat was required for any of the rads, it'll call heat through this. In between the periods of, it's up until 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
So it's on from 8 till 5.
So is there a control on the boiler? And this overrides the control on the boiler?
No, well, this will be telling the boiler when to
This
switch on
tells
and
the
off.
boiler.
So you don't have to go down the
You
back.
don't have to
You
go
don't have to go to the boiler for service.
And it's the TRVs that'll tell this to come on or not.
Yeah.
TRVs and code for.
Okay, and then the extract is purely it's on or off. There's no motor. There's no different.
No.
There's speed controllers above in the roof above them, but they have to set it a preset thing. So if they weren't getting enough extracting, they could up and leave it set because you don't want everyone second fellow coming in adjusting it. So they just let preset what the lads have them tested and just leave them at that. So really it's only on and off.
And that's simply on and off.
That's it. Yeah. So they don't really have to go near those at all.
Yeah.
This is the fire alarm panel.
Yeah, fire alarm panel. So if you have an activation, it will come up here and it'll tell you. See the one that's in fault at the moment says middle warehouse and it says device sounder and it's number 12. So that's the one that's causing the problem. So if a fire goes off anywhere, it'll tell you which office is in or lobby area and it'll tell you what number it is. They're all labelled down along, so it's easy to find which one is causing the problem. And basically all you have to do is just have to go into it comes up digitally what to do anyway. So all you have to do is put in your code 1, 2, 3, 4, press OK, and you can either silence it or reset the system or evacuate, whatever you want to do, a mute buzzer. It's foolproof, you can't do any damage to it no matter if you press the wrong things like that. So I mean that's basically, and the test record, the commission sets are in the folder and stuff like that, and you got some anyway, Tommy, didn't you? Yeah. So I mean, but everything comes up on the screen what to do step by step.
So what's the coding then for each of the heads or the sensors? The coding that you call up for the offices?
Yeah, just see. There's a bit of sticker. The L102 will be the will come up as a brake class unit, and then we have that code behind it.
Okay.
Same with the sounders.
Yeah, so you look number 26 there is the sounder on that. 27 is the sounder base. So each of them are individually.
And that'll come up then on the display.
There, like where you have number 12 set there. 26. If that one went off there, if there's a fault, then it'll come up there. It'll come up reception area number 26.
Controller that controls the heat exchangers from the 3 back offices adjacent to the warehouse, the open offices and the conference room. That's also set on time schedule from 8:30 to 5:30.
And what it does, it takes the heat
It
It
extracts,
extracts
stale
the stale air,
from and it exhausts to outside.
and recovers the heat.
Yeah, there's a heat exchanger inside the unit up above the mezzanine. So fresh air coming in passes through the heat exchanger, so you're recovering some of the energy lost through the exhaust. Each of the three rear offices have a supply and extract. The open office area has one return and 2 fresh air supplies, and same with the conference room.
And if you turn that off,
Mm-hmm.
if that's not operating, does that mean that all the air that you extract is dumped? Is that what?
Do we know extract there?
There'll be no extract at all.
There's no extract at all. This turns it on and off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, that we left on, and it shouldn't be any.
What else we left on?
It's good left on the schedules.
The only reason we do like keypad release is change the operating order you use it.
That's all. It's the only reason everything else is set up and
And it's done on a menu system as well, and you
Yeah,
can set up the time clocks.
It's all here as well. This is what we call a system heating boiler. The current run temperature is running at 70 degrees. And that will always try to maintain that. The boiler has its own circuit through what we call a Unilinks manifold. So the boiler will modulate both its water flow and its gas rate based on the return temperature, which is here. The circulation to the system itself is by means of this Magna 1 circulating pump. So irrespective of what the system is doing, the boiler will work away independently and it will modulate based on that. The flow temperature in this can be adjusted for milder weather if they so desire. It's a case of pressing the arrow down, selecting the temperature and pressing OK.
So as the weather gets better, you probably do that. Is that the way?
You can. TRVs will do that anyway.
Do it anyway.
You have a certain amount of standing losses in the pipework between the boiler and all the rads, so realistically the lower a boiler can be run in terms of temperature, the more efficient it'll be. It's also fitted with a boiler mag, which is a magnetic filter that removes iron oxide from the heating system as well. It's also used as a dosing pot. The system has been treated with an inhibitor, which means what remains it's a soft water effectively. All of the iron and metals that are in the water will remain soluble. They won't get deposited in the radiators. So you won't get a build-up of sludge or deposits in the radiators.
Does that need to be serviced?
This would generally be taken out and cleaned with a boiler service, which should be done annually. That's important because that boiler has a 7-year warranty, and in order to maintain that warranty, it should be serviced annually.
Service annually, yeah.
It's just the isolation switch then. The power feed to the boiler.
So which is the main flow? The main return then is
Flows here.
So,
There's the flow to the circuits. This is the return.
that's right.
light them up. Oh, they're heavy, so. So that's the entry service. There's nothing wrong with your cisterns or your boil clock or anything like that. Right. Shouldn't be huge probably need to get in there, but it's the
So all those panels can be removed.
Each panel individually, yeah.
Yeah.
So these ones here are slightly different, slightly smaller. You have a top section which will get you into the access to the cistern and to the back of the push plates. If the push plates ever become faulty or like that.
Okay.
But again, the hooks, just like that, just like there. So they hook onto the receivers here.
Yeah.
So that's that. Back in place.
Very good.
This handle then is for changing the urinal. So it's a waterless urinal. So it just has these, what you call them, fresheners or air cakes, whatever. Just screw off and you replace that. So once that that green thing goes, you just have to get replacement ones of them. That just slats around.
How long do they last?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I suppose it depends on
Probably
use.
the use, yeah.
Should just squeeze and twist around now.
So
Sit
that
down.
for the
So-
urinals, the key.
You leave it on top of the Even leave it here in the counter.
Okay.
So these sets,
So underneath here is just, you got your water heater.
water heater,
And
that's
your
spur
waste.
for water here, your waste.
Oh, what's
waste
that
in the
bottle?
sink. That's just an expansion vessel, is it? Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the requirement for,
Yeah.
for protecting the water heater.
So the same here, you just have the thermostat there for your water heater, so it can be turned up or turned down. That's just
Yeah.
once they're set, they shouldn't need to be adjusted.
Okay.
The same again, these panel hooks on.